Hi everyone, so we are in the part 3 of the Demogorgon series and we are making the arms and the assembling in this part. We have already made the torso, the legs and the neck and the face and the head. If you have not made these, you can go check out part 1 and part 2 that is available on my channel, and then you can follow us in part 3. So we will start by making the arms now, and for the arms I am continuing with a 3mm hook and we will be needing a stitch marker since we are working in continuous rounds. Continuing with my grey yarn that I've used for the whole body, and for the arms first we will start by making a slip knot. So we'll start with the fingers first and then move on to making the arm. So first we need to make a slip knot here. So we will start with the pinky finger, and for my monster I am only making 4 fingers, although Demogorgon has all the 5. I just noticed that making 4 fingers makes it look more monstrous and 5 fingers is making it look more human like. So I'm sticking with 4 fingers here. I'm not gonna make the thumb part. So here is the pattern. So we are making 5 chains after the slip knot. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we are going to work down these chains, but we will be working in the back bumps of the chain and not the front loops. It's just giving a more refined cord-like look for the fingers, but if you find it difficult to work in the back bumps, you can go in the chains also, and we'll be doing slip stitches. So we will start working with the second chain from the hook, skipping the first one. Let's turn it over. These are our small back bumps at the back of the chain. So we will just turn over and we'll go in the second chain, the back bump only. It will be slightly fiddly, but this gives a more refined look. So pull up a loop and pull through the loop on the hook to make the slip stitch. Again, if you find this difficult, you can go in the chain normally and make your slip stitches. So this is the second one, again in the next, third, and this is the last one. So we'll just use a finger to, okay, so this is the fourth. So we have made 4 slip stitches and this will create our first finger. So you can see working in the back bumps give this more like thicker and refined look like a cord, and if you work in the chains in the front it gives a flat look. So it's up to you, both are fine. And now I do one more step, and this is also completely optional, but it just closes all the fingers together. So we have worked in the back bumps only in the last chain. So this is the front of the chains, right? And only in the last chain I like to make another slip stitch, and this is completely optional. Again, if you don't want to, you can skip this. It just closes the finger up for me in the bottom. So now we will move on to make the next finger, and since this was the pinky finger, the next one will be a little longer, and the next one we will be chaining 6 this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we will again start working from the second chain from the hook in the back bump. So we will turn over like this, and this is the second chain's back bump, and we'll start making our slip stitches from here till the end. So, and you will end up with 5 in this finger. So this is the last back bump and I've made the 5th slip stitch. So this is how the other finger is also looking, and again we will turn over, and I'm gonna go and make the slip stitch in the chain. Again, completely optional since it's a little fiddly to do it, but so we have made the second finger also, and here we are done with the 2 fingers. And now we'll move on to the next finger. So that's the middle finger, which is the longest, and we will be making 7 chains now. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again we will be working slip stitches in the back bump from the second chain from the hook. So work till down here. So I've made my 6 slip stitches down till here. from the second chain from the hook, and in the last chain I'm just gonna make the slip stitch that I'm making. And now we are going to make the last finger, and which will be equal to this one, the second one, so we will keep it at chain 6. So again make 6 chains here. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Turn over, and from the second chain from the hook again start working down slip stitches only in the back bumps. I'm done with the last finger, and here I have my 5 slip stitches down here, and I'm gonna make my slip stitch here in the last chain in the front. So here we are done with the 4 fingers, and now we'll move on to making the palm. For the next round we will be making 4 single crochets since we have 4 fingers, so 1 single crochet over every finger. So where we will make the single crochets, if you keep your fingers like this, you will see there is a loop sticking out here over every finger. So 1 here, there's 1 here in this over the second finger, and there's 1 here. So there are loops sticking out, and this is where we will start making our single crochet. I'll keep it up close so that you can see. So there's a loop here. We'll just make our first single crochet here, and then there is a loop on top of this finger just here. Just grab this and go in it and make the second single crochet. Then in above this finger you will see this loop, so I'm just going in here and making the third single crochet. And this is the last finger, and it's slightly tight, but you'll see there is a loop here too. So we are going in here, so just make 1 single crochet over every finger here. So this will start giving structure to our palm. So now we'll move on to the next round. You can count this as round 1 after the fingers. So we'll chain 1 and turn our work, and now we have these 4 single crochets to work into. So now what we'll do is we'll again make 4 single crochets over this 4 stitches, but we will only go in the front loop. So these were my 4 single crochets I made over every finger. So this is the whole stitch, these V's. So we'll only go in the front loop of the stitches and make our single crochet for this round. So this is the first one, just going in the front loop and make your single crochet. Again just going in the front loop, second single crochet, going in the front loop, third, and then again going in the front loop of the last stitch, fourth. So we have made 4 single crochets here, you can see. So now for the next round, without chaining anything, we will just turn our work, and you will notice here, you will see clearly our back loops that we didn't make the single crochet in. From the previous round we only picked up the front loop and made the single crochets, and you can very evidently see these are the back loops that we left here just under the single crochet stitches, and this is where now we will have to make the single crochet. So just a little patience, but this will make the whole process very easy, you'll see. So just going directly in this back loop now and make your single crochet, and I've not chained when I turned. So 1, again just picking the back loop, 2, so here you can see the back loop, 3, and this is the back loop of the last stitch. So it is just under the single crochet stitch from the previous round. You'll be able to see these loops sticking out here, and make your last 4th single crochet now. So this will complete your round 3. So here you can see there is a circular round formed because we worked in the front loops first and then the back loop. We have this opening and there's a circle formed. Now we will work in the round like this. So for the next round, without making any slip stitch, because I'm working in continuous rounds. So here I was, last single crochet in the back loop, just turn and you will see your stitch here, first single crochet here, and you will make a single crochet here. And we are going to mark this because this will also count as the first stitch of our round, and we are starting to make the arm now, but we'll first do one round of just single crochets all around. So one, going through both the loops now, 2, 3, 4. So 4 were on this side, and then when you will turn like this, you will see the next one here. So just hold it a little loosely so you can get into the stitch here. 5, right, then 6, 7, and here's your last stitch, 8. So 8 stitches because 4 were on that side that we made in the front loop and 4 on this side that we made in the back loop. So here you can see our circle is forming, and this is where we will increase the height and now make the arm. So for the next round we will decrease stitches from 8 to 6 since we are moving on to making the rest of the Demogorgon. So we'll remove the stitch marker from our first stitch, and we will start by making one single crochet, still working in the rounds. And again we have to mark our first stitch every time, that's very important. And then we'll move on, again make one single crochet in the next stitch, and now we will make a decrease. So again we will go with the front loop decrease, that is the invisible decrease. So we'll go in the front loop of one stitch, then we'll go in the front loop only of the next stitch and make our single crochet decrease. And then we'll turn and come this side of the round, and then we'll again make 2 single crochet, 1 and 2, and here we'll be left with 2 stitches and we will make our decrease. So going in the front loops, one of the 2 stitches, we will make our single crochet decrease, and this will bring the stitch count down to 6 now, you will see, and this is what we'll continue with. Now we are moving on to making the length of the arm. So we will be making it first till the elbow, so that's the forearm, and I'll be making 6 rounds first to see how long that would be. I want the hand, so this is a good time to keep the torso with you so you can see, just for reference. I want the hand to fall somewhere here, so above the knee but touching the thigh, so it's this long. So I think I'm gonna go, we also will be having the biceps, so I'm gonna go for 6 rounds first, and then we'll see if we'll need 1 or 2 more rounds. So from here we are going to make one single crochet in each stitch all around for 6 rounds, and also you will be doing continuous rounds. I'll be skipping putting fiber filling in the arms. If you want you can, but the Demogorgon arms are very skinny and bony, and also it will be hard to fill with such narrow gap. So I'm not gonna fill in, and we'll just continue making our one single crochet rounds. So make 6 rounds here, and you can also modify if you want a shorter hand or a longer hand at this time. You can make more or less rounds, same way we did in the leg. So first we are going to make 6 rounds with one single crochet in each stitch, and I'll see you after I'm done with my rounds. So instead of 6, I've settled for 7 rounds. So do 7 rounds of 6 single crochet all around. I'll be writing that on the screen with the pattern. So now we have to make the increase because we'll be moving on to making the elbow part. So now we'll move on to next round, and what we'll do for the next round is we will make one single crochet in the first stitch, and we will mark it, then again a single crochet in the next stitch, and then we will make an increase in the third stitch. So we are increasing stitch here from 6 to 8 now. So do 2 single crochet in the first 2 individual stitches, and then follow it up with a increase stitch, that is 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And we'll do this one more time. Again 1 single crochet going in the next stitch another single crochet, and then in the last stitch we will make an increase. So you will end up with 8 single crochets for this round. So for the next round we have to make the elbow, so we will move to half double crochet just like we did in the leg part. We made half double crochet for the knee. This just makes it look more prominent and detailed. So for the next round we will just make 8 half double crochets all around, so 1 half double crochet in each stitch. So yarn over for a half double crochet, go in the first stitch and pull through all the 3 loops, and we will mark it. And we will make a half double crochet in one half double crochet in the remaining stitches also. So make 8 and then I will see you. So now we will continue making single crochet rounds with the 8 single crochet stitch count. We'll see, we make 3 rounds first. So just make 3 rounds of 1 single crochet in each stitch, and you will end up with 8 single crochet. You can keep it next to the torso just to check. I think I will be doing 3 more rounds of just 8 single crochet all around, because I want that lanky look for my hand to fall at the thighs. So we have done 3 rounds of 8 single crochet. We'll be doing 3 more, so in total we are doing 6 rounds for the bicep area. So do 3 more rounds and then I'll see you. So here I've done 6 rounds and I think I'm happy with this, because I'll just make one last round. So if you don't want this long hands, and if you want a shorter hand, or if you want even longer hands, you can modify it. I've done 6 rounds for the biceps and 7 rounds we did in the forearm. You can mix it up, see for yourself. You can do 5 rounds, 4 rounds, or even more. If you want, you can fill up the bicep area very lightly if you want that meaty look, or you can leave it like this for the hands to be more skeleton looking. So it's up to you. So now I'm just closing the arm up, and I filled it very lightly, like very little fiber filling just on the top, just to hold the shape a little bit. So for this round now we are decreasing the stitch back to 6 single crochet, because this is the last round and I'm closing the arm up. If you want, you can continue making 8 single crochets if you want a longer arm than this. Then okay, so we have done 1 single crochet here, and in the next stitch we will again do a single crochet, and then we will make a decrease, which is the invisible decrease. So we will go in the front loops again, so 1 and 2. So we'll grab the front loops of the next 2 stitches and make our decrease, and we will repeat this one more time. So here we are at 6 single crochet now, and now here is where I'll cut off the yarn, because we'll close the arm up. So we need to cut quite generous amount, because we will be sewing this up to the body, so we need quite a bit of thread. Here we'll do exactly like what we did with the neck. First of all, we'll fasten off. So if you remember, we closed the neck by making front loop stitches with the needle. So that's what we are going to do here. So we'll thread it, and now we can remove our stitch marker since we are done. And we will just go in the front loops of all these stitches and close it up. So you will have 1 2 3 4 5 6 stitches in total. Just go in the front loops 6 times in each stitch. And again in the front loop. Once you're done passing the needle through all the loops, you will just tightly close this up. Just pull it and the arm will close up here like this. Now you need to make one more arm just like this, so you can go in the beginning of the video and follow the steps again and make an identical arm just like this for the other side of the Demogorgon, and also leave a long thread for the second arm also, since we'll be sewing up on both the sides. For the second arm, you need to take care of one thing. If you want the same side to face outwards for the other arm also, we need to start from the opposite finger that we started. So just one round, the finger part is different, rest everything is exactly the same, so don't worry, you'll understand it. So we started with the pinky finger when we started making the fingers on this hand. So we started with chain 5 and then we made 4 slip stitches, then we made chain 6, and then we made chain 7, then chain 6 again. In the other hand, you will start with the opposite side of the finger, so the longer finger, basically the index finger. So you will start from here and you will do chain 6, then you will do the chain 7, then you will do chain 6 again, and then you will do chain 5 for the pinky finger. So basically you're just starting from the index finger for the second hand, and in the other hand we started from the pinky finger. So I'll write the pattern for the other hand on the screen, from where you have to start just for the fingers. And once you have done making the fingers, the rest is everything is the same. We'll start making the single crochet rounds and then we'll move on and make the arm length. So just for one step, the fingers, I just wanted to let you know, even though if you make it like this, it would look slightly different, it won't be that visible, but it's a better thing if you mirror exactly the hand that we made first. Here both my arms are done and you can see they are identical, and I'm also done with the torso that we did in the part 2 and also the face. So we have to attach everything together, we have to sew it up. So we will first sew up the arms, it will be easier, and then we can attach the hair as it would be heavier. So we will start by attaching the arms. For the arm, if you have those pins, so you can align them here equally. I don't have them, so I'm just going to follow the row number. So basically our neck was of 3 rounds, so we will just count down 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I'm gonna attach my arms here, both sides, at the 8th round here, and you can easily see this is the widest point or the row, so that we are attaching it here. And so just like this, I'll show you on one side and then you can do the other side the same way. So first we are going to thread in the needle. I'm gonna attach on the 8th row now. So we'll just directly go into the 8th row stitch. This is the row, so we'll just go here and take the needle out from 1 stitch above here and just pull through. Now we are going to go back here in this hole, come out from here, and then go here inside here and come down from 1 stitch below. Now you'll see that we are already here under the arm. So what we'll go do is we'll just go through here and come out, just go a little, I hope it's visible. So I'm just gonna go through and come out from here. We're just connecting the arm to the chest part here like this. So once you're out from here, you'll go one stitch below here and just one stitch below, then come out again through the arm and then go here again in the body, and then take out the needle again from one stitch below and just pull through like this. Just pull tight, not too tight that you press the stitch inside, but enough. So here again we are here under the arm in the body. We'll go back in the arm, just one stitch down. So you're just seeing we are just going once through the arm, then through the body, then through the arm, then through the body, and just take out thread from here. And now here what you will do is pull everything tight and just go one stitch down and just weave this in and take out from anywhere down here. Remove the needle, and here we will now make sure the arm is tight enough before cutting the thread. If it's looking fine to you here, then at this point just cut the thread. You can just squish this back in. So here one side is attached and this is how it will look, and you can see there is movement in the hand down here. So you're going to do the same thing on this side, and you have the reference that you will attach it exactly at the 8th row, and then just go one stitch above and then start connecting here. So if at any point you didn't understand, you can slow down the speed of this video and please see, and if you have any questions you can always comment down the video. So connect the second hand, and then we'll also attach the head. So here you can see I've sewn both the arms the same way, and there's also movement in the arm. This is looking so cool. And now we are going to attach the last part and then we'll be done. So we also left a long thread at the neck, I told you to, and here we are going to now attach the flower. So although all petals are the same, it's up to you which one you want to keep at the top. Whichever one you feel like it's looking the smallest, I would suggest to keep that in the top. Let's just take this, and so here this is how I want it to look, right? So I will just first of all turn it around. The neck will be coming here, so the neck will come between two petals. So keep it like this. The neck will be between the two petals here, and one should be at the top. So we are just taking the needle and we are going to pass it through and just take it out first of all to connect from the top. So here just take out the needle. I'm not very good at sewing, but we are going to try our best. So here we have taken out a needle from here, so now we'll go just on the side stitch and go back. Take it out here again. Then I'm gonna go back in the neck and take out the needle from somewhere here. If I'm going too fast, please slow down the video and see, trying my best to show you guys. So here the neck alone cannot take the weight of the flower, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go from here, come out and go somewhere here in the corner at the back in one of the petals on the side, and just be sure you're not grabbing the red thread, and come out from here. Just pull tight here. Then I'm gonna go one stitch down here and come out again from the petal and come here. So now you'll go back in the neck and come out from this side. And now you will take support from this petal, so we go in here and then just come out here somewhere from this side of the petal. So first we went up the head, then we went back in, and then to this petal, then to that back petal. Point is to make it balance enough in the neck. Now I'm gonna go up here. We can also go one stitch down, come out from here, and go back in the neck, come from the opposite side. So I'm just doing what feels right. The goal is to just secure the neck. If you know a better way, please do that. I am still a very newbie to when it comes to sewing. Okay, now we are going to go back up from the neck and come out from the top again. It's still pretty heavy for the neck, so I'm gonna sew some more here. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing. Till I feel the neck is secure. All I'm doing is I'm going down in the neck and then I'm coming up from here, so that all the parts of the neck are connected. So I have done it quite a few times. Just make sure like you pick up all the sides of the neck and attach it nicely to this round head that we made. So you can see I have sewn it quite well. I am still gonna do it a few more times. All I'm doing is I'm going down, then I'm through the neck, and then I'm going back in this head and coming taking the needle out from here. You need to sew all the sides, basically all the stitches. So I've done it quite a few times, and you can even take it inside these petals if you feel to secure it more basically. But once you're done with enough time and you feel like your neck is not falling off from anywhere, like I've gone through everywhere, all I've done is go back in the headspace, then go back in the neck, go back in the headspace, go back in the neck. Once you've done it a few times, you're just going to get back here in the neck. Take out the needles from somewhere here in the back. Pull tight, and now you can in the back also just weave it in and take it out from anywhere you like, so anywhere, and then we are done. Don't pull too tight again. So here you can cut off the yarn now because the head is attached. If you still feel your neck is too heavy for the body, I can give you a tip. If you have a stem wire that we use to make the crochet flowers, you can just add it from here till your pelvis, and that would help to make this head stand. If you are not able to make it stand with just sewing, because sometimes the head gets heavy with the proportion of the body. So yeah, so here my head is also attached. You can see, nice and tight. Guys, this is the final look of my Demogorgon, and if you liked this tutorial and found this helpful, please give a like, do comment, subscribe to my channel for more crochet tutorials coming your way. Thank you so much for watching.